Okay, folks, so my computer decided to want to erase itself, which is really silly for a computer to do, but ridiculous. I lost everything. So now I have to start over. We have a new logo, new everything else, except for this right here. This is not new. This is an old Japanese Sega Saturn controller. 6-button. Very, very nice. Look at it. Just look at it. And take a look at this one. This one's a 3D Sega Saturn controller from America. We're going to be playing using this controller today on the Japanese Sega Saturn, as you can see right there. And we're going to be playing Gungriffon number 2 for the Sega Saturn. This is the Japanese version. And this game is also another mech game, which I own quite a few. The Sega Saturn. Not bad. Wait till you see it. I'm a pretty big fan of mech games. Previously I reviewed a couple of Gundam games, so you might want to check those out first. But let's pop this one in. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're going to be playing Gungriffon number 2. Right here we have the Japanese Sega Saturn startup. And Gungriffon number 2 is quite similar to Mech Warrior or a Gundam Side Story on the Sega Saturn. Game art. So it's basically a mech game, except you have more than mechs. You can actually use helicopters, tanks, all kinds of stuff like that. Let's check it out real quick. See, the loading screen is right here. It's kind of boring looking. I don't know what that says, but if you can translate it, go ahead. Translate it for me. Now, right away, before you even get into the game, you actually get a little sample of actual gameplay. This is like real time. This ain't no FMV movie crap. This is actually a real time animated introduction with some nice music. Gives you a sample of what you can expect. And right away you can actually tell that this game is complex for a Sega Saturn game. Look at it. Graphics, whoa, look at that, there's a Star Wars walker right there. Graphics are amazing. The explosion effects are very, very nice. I mean, they're 2D sprites, but just Sega Saturn still masters 2D sprites. As you can see right here, look at this. Look at all the detail that they put into that mech. Like, you can actually see the wings on top, you can see the little things in the back moving up and down, the legs moving. And even if you get close to it, it actually looks pretty damn good up close, which is surprising. And the lighting is very nice on it also. I believe this game was released in '98, so it's one of the later Sega Saturn games. It goes to show you that the Sega Saturn had a lot of potential. It was capable of pushing out graphics and sound, just like what you're seeing right now. That was a very nice introduction. Yeah, it was made in '98, as you can see on the bottom. Now here's the menu right here. Now there's a live option, which I believe is like some type of online, or you can connect two Sega Saturns together or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but some type of a multiplayer option that allows you to play over more than one Sega Saturn, or two Sega Saturns, I'm not sure. You can also use a twin stick, which is interesting also. Other than that, you have pretty much your normal option menu. And, you know, right here you have several different ways you can play the game. You got survival mode, exercise, scenario, exercise versus battle, survival, all that stuff. I'm gonna check out survival mode. You have a choice between a couple of places you can go to. This looks like somewhere in Russia. So this is your mission briefing, and now you can select the vehicle that you wanna use during battle. You have helicopters, mechs, whatever that thing is. You got tanks. That's pretty cool. We're gonna choose whatever the hell this thing is. And then this is your loading screen, which contains 1 gig of memory. Everything in this game has 1 gig of memory. So back in 1998, 1 gig was considered an extraordinary huge amount of memory. But they failed to realize that it's 2012 now, and computers now contain 6 gigs, 8 gigs, stuff like that. If they only knew. And right now, I'm in control of the Star Wars Walker, as you saw moments ago. See how good the Star Wars Walker is. I bet that you never knew a Star Wars Walker could be so dangerous. Look at this. Well, the gameplay is pretty good. There's no, like, lock-ons. You have to really, actually aim towards your enemy and shoot. Which gives the game the challenge. The graphics and the animation look very fluid. What the hell is that thing? Now the whole object of this is you have to pretty much shoot as many enemies as you can and guard the little airplane that's behind you because they're trying to take that out. I guess that airplane has significant importance for you. So you must make sure that it's not destroyed. The airplane right there, as you can see in the background. Now, the more you play the game, the longer you played, or that you see different enemies come in and try to storm in, try to take the plane out, attack you. You're gonna see a lot of different mech robots, a lot of different tanks. As you can see right here, the tanks are rolling in. Well, the weapons look pretty realistic. I mean, when you shoot, you see the muzzle flash. The machine gun overheats, as you can see right there. Now here's the only weapon that locks on. As you can see, that two-legged mech is no match for my four-legged mech. This 4 legs is better than 2. Even the scenery in the background is pretty detailed for a Sega Saturn game. You have buildings, you have trees. The textures on the ground look pretty nice. They're not distorted. The scenery way in the background is very nice. The clouds are moving. The graphics are very impressive. Now, as mentioned before, I pretty much lost all my data because my computer decided to mess up on me. So, I had to start over. So we have a new logo, new everything else. I previously recorded this game, but I had to start over. So we're back now, and hopefully this works out. Even the littlest vehicles in this game have a lot of detail to the tanks. Now, one thing that you have to watch out for is eventually you will run out of weapons. The only thing that you have unlimited ammunition of is the machine gun, but the machine gun will overheat if you use it constantly. And the radar, you can see the radar right there on the bottom left. It actually tells you where the enemies are going and where they are located at. It actually works pretty well. There's no confusion or anything. Now, shooting the smaller enemies sometimes it's a little bit harder than shooting the larger mechs. See, I've been playing the game for a while, so I can make it look somewhat easy, but once you pick the controller up, it takes a little getting used to. I believe that you can use the 3D controller.
Mission incomplete.
As you can see, they probably destroyed my plane because I walked away from it.
Game over.
Now what we're going to do is, they also give out instant replays. Let's type in my name. Well, actually, here's a little secret. This is not my name. So, somehow, Ass managed to get 38 kills. That's impressive. So So now we're gonna go into the instant replay where you can actually see different camera angles, and it's actually a real fun part of the game because you get just wait till you see. It really shows off the horsepower of the Sega Saturn. As you can see here, it looks like a Star Wars walker. Very, very impressive. You can zoom in and out. You can really see that the models look really, really detailed. I don't know how the hell they managed to pull that off on Saturn, but somehow they did. And that's the plane right there. And this is the walker. So as you can see, the walker actually has a little bit of writing on its leg. You can actually see it. You see pretty cool camera angles from the ground where you can actually get an idea of how big this thing is. You see the clouds moving up in the air, the buildings in the background. There's absolutely no lag or anything. This thing is, look at it, it's very detailed. I bet you in '98, when people first saw this, it probably blew their minds, because this looks so damn good for '98. Even the way that it shoots, you can see the muzzle flashes, it looks pretty realistic for a game back in the day. I mean, of course now you have high definition and everything, so everything looks photorealistic nowadays, but in my opinion, games are not as fun now as they were back then. Like, who the hell needs Call of Duty Black Ops when you have a Star Wars walker that can trample you? I can play Black Ops if I have this. I'll just kill everybody on the damn map. I'll win. So I have a Star Wars walker. Look at this. Makes you wonder, like, how hard it must have been to actually animate all those mechs, like the way the legs move and everything, the 3D polygons and all that stuff. So I know supposedly, well, it's the fact that the Sega Saturn was very hard to develop games on. So these developers must have really put a lot of effort into making this game. As you can see, you can actually switch back and forth between the player's point of view, or the plane, or even the enemy. I mean, I played the game just to look at the replay. I just jaw-dropping just to see how damn good the graphics are for the Saturn. It's insane. I know some people were really surprised on how good Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story #1 looked on the Sega Saturn. You thought that looked pretty detailed. So I'm pretty sure once you see this, you're going to be even more surprised, because this game looks a hell of a lot more nicer than that game. Yeah, well, check this one out. It's like a spider-looking mech. Or maybe not a spider, but an insect. Six-legged mech. Then you have your typical two-legged mech, which just got blown up by my four-legged beast. You have these tanks thrown in, which look pretty damn good also. You have this big, huge mech. Mech looks like it needs to go into a diet because it's pretty fat. Look at it. Guess they figured that the little mech didn't work, so they have to send in the big ass. Look at that thing. Yeah, so it runs slow because how fat it is. It has breasts too. Overall, this game is awesome. If you guys have a Saturn, I suggest you guys better go buy this game because it's pretty